Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of No, I'm Not a Human. Now, technically it's my second ever. I said first ever last time. Technically it's my second ever if we're going into like the second run of this game, but it is like all kind of like feels like different. So basically last time what happened was we got the same ending by accident. I didn't realize that, like, you know, he was cleaning his teeth because we have to manually clean our armpits in this game. And I guess, like, his teeth just got cleaned over the course of a few days after he smoked some cigarettes. So I messed up that in a little way too. So basically now what I'm going to do is, and I was talking about this last time as well, I'm going to play the game, but I'm just going to do the exact same things I did before. I'm going to, like, make the same decisions. I'm even going to make the same mistakes. Like, I ate the mushroom, you know what I mean? Esophagus too. Like, I'm going to do the same mistakes and do the same things I did before. I'm going to test myself after the guy comes to the door, all this stuff. We're going to do the exact same thing. And then if there's anything different, like characters or any moments that are different, then I will show you on screen what's happening. So let's get into this now. Oh, a new person. Hey, has the girl in the poncho with purple hair been by here? I don't think so. We don't have anyone like that in here. She's my daughter. I haven't been able to find her since all this shit started. We were supposed to leave this place. Then an abnormal heat wave hit. I passed out, and when I woke up, no one was home. No note, no trace. My daughter just vanished. She's not here. Where do you want to go? Somewhere FEMA can't reach us. Far away from here, basically. See, they're kind of looking for me because I don't know much about them. Maybe those bastards took my daughter, maybe not. If they did, they won't touch her. It's me they want. Just let me crash here for a couple of days until FEMA leaves the area. Then I'll move on and keep looking for my daughter. FEMA's gonna come back here and take stuff as well. I'll even tell you everything. I know exactly where the visitors came from? Please come in. Thanks. There are many people left today who actually hear folks out. People like you are the ones who will make it through this nightmare. Because you and I, we're immortal? What do you mean we're immortal? Oh no, Mr. Perfect, we let in another weirdo. Oh no. And I hate to diminish someone like that as well, but like, again, like, I think everyone becomes a bit of a weirdo during these times. I'm just being honest. Like, everyone becomes like crazy and everyone becomes a bit, not everybody, but like, we've seen this and we talked about it last time. Like, every single individual, whether it be someone who's like, I'm immortal, whether it's someone who's talking about, like, worshipping death, someone who wants to pay rent in here, someone who believes that, like, their beliefs change during these times, and they have these weird, like, beliefs now. Mr. Perfect, I think we let in another person who has a very warped view of the world. Let's sleep now. Oh, there's a visitor in here. Someone's a visitor, Mr. Perfect. We have to see who died. So oh, does that mean the little girl is dead? What the hell, again? Ah, gee, who? It's one of these guys then. One of these guys is the visitor. But since there's only two of them here, honestly, like, I have no idea. I don't know, like, it's a 50-50 chance we get this wrong. It's a 50-50 chance. And that's the issue. Legitimately a 50-50 chance. Like last time, I'm going to wash my armpits, but I'm not going to test any other person because I think that might have been like a thing. It's about testing other people, I think, because no one corrected me on that. So I'm assuming that's what it's about. So we're not going to test anyone to keep going with the story we have already, which is unfortunate, but like, someone is probably going to die here. But we have two new characters that we haven't talked to yet. Let's talk to this guy here. Man, I'm just dying for a drink. What did you mean when you said you were immortal? Well, you could shoot yourself in the head and you see for yourself if you want. I'm okay, definitely okay. But I recommend against doing that if I were you. Of course, we're not immortal in the way you're thinking. After that, we reincarnate and live again. Then we die once more and then cycle bro. Okay, so this is a belief like some religions have, right? Buddhism? Am I wrong? I know it sounds, how that sounds, but if you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand. Wait, you think that people are reincarnating? Maybe the visitors once human, then reborn. Wait a second. What if that's what's happening with the fires? What if you burn the bodies of humans, they become visitors, and that's why they say don't burn the bodies. And then that's why maybe like when the cultists were burning each other, they were trying to become visitors, maybe? I can't say for sure. I don't know how this shit works. I'm certain nature keeps plenty of secrets from us. But I'll find my daughter one day. I'm not sure if I'll do it in this life or the next life, but I will. Because we never truly die. The problem with that thinking is, personally, I don't believe in reincarnation. That's my personal take. But the problem with that line of thinking is it's leaving finding your daughter up to the fate that you will find your daughter, when you have to be active and find her, which in fairness he is in fact looking for her, right? But I don't think he's saying like he's going to stop looking for her because of his faith. I think he's more saying that if I do get reincarnated, I'll find her next life. But again, you should have the urgency. Don't even think about the next life. Try and find your daughter in this life. But I wonder if it is, because remember we saw that when the body's burned, we saw that black shadow going through the thing. And we also saw like the gravekeeper was talking about how like, you know, he dug up a body and like a visitor came out of it as well. I wonder if there is like something to do with like reincarnation, that's what they're becoming. And again, it could just be his ramblings. Like again, we can't just trust outright the words of a guest here in the house. We have to, this is hard to read, but you're pretty sure he's happy. You have a strange feeling that you can sleep peacefully tonight. It feels like your furry friend has shared one of his lives with you to say thanks. Who knows, maybe death will pass you home by tonight. Yeah, and that's the thing with this as well, but we did this last time as well. I'm doing exactly the same stuff that I did last time. Honestly. Pet the cat? You trying to pet the cat? It's hard to tell if it likes it or not. Yeah. So let's talk as well to you. Yeah, and I hope you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not shunning him for his beliefs in reincarnation. Like, he can believe that all he wants. But I think it's just when he said immortal first, I was like, that's very strange. Like, again, there's lots of people who believe in reincarnation, right? There are lots of people, but he believes it, I guess, in a sense where he's seen it happen. He thinks that's what the visitors are. And again, I'm not saying that's what's true, but I guess we're trying to piece a lot of stuff together, right? Oh, dearie, I'm getting old. Where are you from? Cityborn, I am, dearie. I'm a little hot in a high-rise. No wee cottage in the country, no crumby old husband or grandbabies to speak of. So I'm sitting myself down the bench most days, could feel a bit of life there, you see. I know the things I'd hear. Okay. But all the hogwash started, well, I didn't like it anymore. How could you feel alive when everyone around is dropping like blooming flies? So she had this like beautiful thing where she got to observe life all the time, but then like eventually like it started failing around her. Stepped in the stairwell and there was always some poor soul lying there covered in a white cloth. Heavens, it's enough to make you wish yourself gone rather than keep watching such sorrow. So I popped off, toddled off looking for a place where there's still stories to hear, life to feel. And looked here, fate's led me straight to your door, dearie. Now I'm no churchgoer, but in times like these, we feel like heaven itself is guided by steps. And again, there it is, the idea of fate, right? There's a cross here for a reason, right? Of course there is. I think there's a big theme of like people changing their fate and people's fate being questioned, and people coming up with like having new ideals and stuff, I guess, as well. I think there's a big idea with this too. I already washed my armpits, didn't I? But let's check our, like, say our eyes, for example. Perfectly white. Yeah. We have to order cigarettes when we can, and we won't smoke the cigarettes until much later. That's what we're going to do. That's the one thing we'll change this time. Yeah. I don't think we need to go down to the basement. Yeah, so what we'll do is we can't test them yet because of the way we did the last story. I'm doing everything exactly the same apart from just talking to people. So let's just like look at our hands, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. But yeah, I do think it's interesting that we have like characters that like so much talk about the idea of faith, and it's not surprising to me. I think that if an apocalypse happened right now and a cataclysm like this happened right now, you would have a lot of people who are like moderate religious believers become devout. And I think you also would have like a lot of people who are moderate religious believers become the opposite of devout and stop believing entirely. Like I think you will have people make decisions because it feels like sometimes when there's some catastrophe happening, it feels like you want to draw the line, I guess, you know? Which yeah, like it's an interesting way they do the story, it really is. Okay, let's go to the night again, and this time I think it will just be the old man. We were here again? But this happened, okay, this happened pre-mushroom then, I guess. But the doors are all closed this time, it's different. No, there's some of them are open. Okay, some of them are open. I was like, these doors were open. I never get, like, I wonder if actually feeding the cat is literally what saves us this time from this. Do you think it is? Do you think, again, I'm not sure. Oh my god, now we're in like that idea of a dream, right? But there's still stuff happening outside. Yeah, this is similar to last time, a very scary situation. Okay, I think it's gonna be the old man at the door, by the way. By the way, we've read all this as well, that's why I'm like going through it here, just so we can get that another different ending. I'm so sure it's the old man with the mushroom stuff. Typical cat fashion, just everything going wrong in the world. The music here is so somber as well. Everything going wrong in the world, I'll have a little sleep. Very typical cat fashion. Wait, so no matter what, everyone leaves? So everyone, oh my god. So the dream does get rid of everyone. No matter what. That's nuts. So we have to let people in as soon as possible. But now we have no visitors here now. They're all gone. So somehow that dream literally does just get rid of everyone. I thought it was maybe it was conditional. But it looks like it's not. Okay, so I also went down here and got the mushroom. I'll go down and get that now. Seems like he actually likes it. It's not as grubby as you first thought. It looks like it's starting to get used to it. That's all it takes. One of my cats was a stray cat, and when I first saw her, she was like, she would not go near me. She would want to like scratch me. She'd hiss to me. But like you gain trust over the a period of time, and now out of all of my cats, the 3 cats I have, she is literally the most friendly. Like she went from being like so aggressive. And I noticed like she started to like get a little bit comfortable around me was when I would have guests over, and when she came to get her food, after she got her food, she would sit behind me, like kind of like me guarding her in a way. And at least that's the way I saw it as. So I was like, okay, like she's warming up a little bit. Even though like again, like if she was on my lap, even then if my long hair went towards her body at all, she would try to scratch it. She'd be like, get out of here, you know, and like. If you like trailed your hand along the ground, she would like run towards and try to scratch you as well. But over time, she's become the most gentle cat to the point that like, you know, everyone who talks about her when they see her and see her in action, like they're so surprised that this stray cat who was a stray cat like a few years ago is the most gentle. And they even use the word polite. Like they go, that's such a polite cat. Like she won't even go on like a counter if there's stuff on it that like would get knocked over. I'm not even joking. Then if you move the stuff, then she's like, okay, I'll go on it. You know what I mean? Like she's just like that. She's a very gentle soul. You just have to get warmed up to them. Oh wow, what the? Did you sew your mouth shut? Buddy, what the hell? Why would you do that? What's wrong? The man looks at you as eyebrow raised. He seemed unable to answer. Oh my god. Did someone do this to you? He mumbles something while waving his arms. You can't be sure, but his cheeks are wet. Oh my god. Please come in. Jesus Christ, who did this? Who the hell did that? And if he was crying when this was happening, then like, that's horrible. Oh, it's our dude. That's so horrible. We can kind of skip through his dialogue, I suppose. That's brutal. That's brutal. Somebody... like, if we're making that assumption that somebody did that to him, that's the assumption we're making right now, is that someone did that to him. It's our guy as well. Yeah. We let 3 people in. 2 people we already know that we talked to great lengths, and one of them, if you talk to one of them long enough, he dies. And then there's a new guy who won't be able to speak to us, basically, it seems. Isn't that right, Mr. Perfect? But Jesus, very dark. A very dark image, right? A very, very dark image. Yeah. Very dark. And what I'm going to do around the time of maybe day 11 or something, I'm going to try and order some kombucha. And we're going to save the game at that moment. I know you can save and quit, right? But I think the kombucha saves the game. Again, I'm still kind of confused on how saving works. Because you can save to quit to the desktop. So I imagine it saves there, right? Imagine it does. But I know kombucha, I think, the way kombucha does things, I think it actually is like, no matter what, you will go back to that point. So I think we might just order some kombucha just to be safe. You know what I mean? Just to be safe, we'll order some kombucha. Bro's in here now, right? Yeah. We talked to him fully, by the way, last time as well. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, you got it out. Okay. You cut your stitches off your mouth? Oh my god, that looks so sore. He's speaking kind of in like I can't understand you. He's like speaking in like, because it's not a different language, right? At all. We just don't understand what he's saying. Maybe he always had his mouth sewed shut? Maybe that's the case? I wonder. Yeah, I would. I'd actually think we should get some kombucha. Just so we have like a for sure save file there in that moment no matter what. No matter what. Yeah, that's crazy. And we already talked to that guy over there as well. There's nothing in the basement right now, I don't think, at all. We can't dig here. Yeah, we ate the mushroom. The guy's going to come back and tell us about the digging, though, very soon, right? And the basement. Yeah. Okay, I guess we can, like, clean our armpits, first of all. You don't mind if I clean my armpits in here, do you? We should have ordered cigarettes as well. It's okay, though, like, because we can show them different parts of our body, right? We can show them the eyes, and then if we clean our armpits, which, again, will be harder for digging, maybe the photo is what we show them, but then again, I'm going to save anyway. I'm going to save anyway just in case. So that's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to save the cat food for when the last visit from that guy. The dude. That's when I'm going to save the cat food, just in case he tries to kill us. Okay, so I let in a girl that we talked to before. We actually got the introduction to her before, but we actually didn't get to actually like see her. So they took him away from us, and they took him away from us, which is actually so interesting that they like. I wanted to talk to him more. There we have this girl here. The reason I didn't show her introductions because we already talked to her before. Remember, she tried to get away in the little girl was there, and then also over here. We have this dude over here. So the newest character we have that we haven't talked to is her. So let's talk to her. See what's up. I'm sick of all this. Why are you out here on your own? Well, home was cramped and loud as hell. Zero comfort. Wanted out. Wanted to see the world. So yeah, I grabbed a backpack, a couple of sodas, some snack bars, and this old friendship bracelet I made back in school. And I left. Probably didn't even know. Parents probably didn't even notice. Not that I cared. That's horrible to feel that way, right? To feel like you're not wanted in that way. Since then, I just wander around and crash wherever I can, and honestly, it's been fine so far. It's fine for now, but, like, you're very young, and here's the thing, right? I want to make it clear. I'm not going to sit here, like, defending parents, you know, for any trauma or maybe, like, any feelings that they give towards their kid, because what happened here, regardless of anything, is that this little kid felt like they weren't loved enough at all back where they were, to the point that when they left, they said, oh, no one's going to care about me. Who's going to care? Regardless of like if it's true or not, right? I'm saying there's a possibility that like at any point the parents could have been like, no, we actually do love her. It's just, you know, even if they lost sight of stuff, even if they lost sight of like their path and like, you know, all this stuff and supporting her, like the love doesn't cancel out the feeling that she has. Like if they do have love within them and they just haven't shown it, that doesn't cancel out the idea of like how she feels. Because if she feels this way, like if she feels already that like she's not cared about, then somewhere along the way, the parents would have to be introspective and realize that and realize what happened. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, they realize, okay, we did something wrong to make our child feel this way, you know? At least nobody's on my back and I can and I'm my own damn boss. Yeah, and that's the thing, and here's the thing, there's parents out there who will probably say like, you know, well, like, you know, we don't know what the parents thought and all this stuff too. Yes, I guarantee you, like, you know, not guarantee you, I think there's like a 5% possibility in this situation that the parents do actually care, and maybe she just sees things that she doesn't see, right? And maybe she like, is having a hard time with like the words that they use or like maybe stuff like that. But I still think that's a failure on the parents in a lot of ways, because if they don't know how to express their love to their child and make her feel welcome and make her feel like she would be wanted if she didn't leave, then I personally think that's still a failure. You know, even if they, that's what I'm saying, even if there's that 5% chance that actually, no, they do care about her so much and they love her so much and they want her to come back and like all this stuff. And I guarantee you, like, there is like a chance in depending on the parent, after the child leaves, they're gonna be like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? I made her feel this way. You know what I mean? But that doesn't obviously cancel out the feelings that the child has, if that makes sense. That doesn't cancel out the feeling that this child is feeling like they're not wanted. If that makes sense. I'm trying to say that, like, it's horrible she even got to that way. If the parents do love her, then, like, they obviously somewhere along the line failed to make her feel like she was welcome. And when that could be a small thing. That could be, like, again, the parents could be like, well, I'm your parent. I'm supposed to tell you what to do. But if they're telling her what to do every day to the point that, like, it's like, she feels like she's surrounded and crowded and she can't even make any decisions, and like say little things she gets like, you know, on their case. But let's say like, you know, let's say she's had a hard day at school and she left a fork in the sink or something like that, and her parents like get really on her case about that. It's like, yeah, you can say, well, that's what parents do, but it's like, maybe like they should like think like, okay, my kid's been at school all day, they're tired too, they put a fork in the sink, you know what I mean? I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but like it's something that's like is very interesting to me, which is like the idea of like, you know, how to show love to people and how to show care to people. It's not just parents, it's everybody. I talk about it in other, and again, you know, I talk about it in other videos too, how I do think that there is like a thing where like, for example, making your friend feel loved. I always talk about the idea of like when a friend is like, oh, like I don't feel very loved. And it's not your responsibility to make them feel secure all the time. I want to make that clear. But like, it's like the thing where it's like, oh, you didn't invite me to the party. It's like, yeah, but you never come to the party. And yes, those are both valid. That's a valid answer. But also at the same time too, is like some people just like want to be like invited. You know what I mean? So making the child feel welcome in any way would have been better than having her feel this way at all. You know what I mean? And sometimes it is hard to see the forest for the trees. Sometimes parents don't even see it until it's too late. But I do think that it's a very sad thing that she feels this way. Let's take a beer here, and we're gonna go. Do we only have 3? Oh my god, we only have like 3 beers left, so we're gonna have to like do so. Oh, we could have tested our armpits, but it's okay. We still have our eyes, which is grand. No new characters tonight, but though I am worried that there is going to be like a visitor tonight, so let's see if there is a visitor now in the house. Yes, we have a visitor. Hopefully we'll be able to narrow it down a bit. And I actually think we will be able to narrow it down, honestly, first of all. Oh, wait, who is this a new person we let in? Oh, it's one of the cultists, so we're not able to narrow it down. Because I was like, okay, like, at least if they kill someone that we know, because thank God they didn't touch the little girl. But we know who, no, I do know who it is. If it's not one of the cultists, here's who it is. It's not her. It's not her. It's not him. So it's either the lady or the woman here. And we can totally test them as well, by the way. We can totally test them. But I'm wondering, should we have to start digging. That's the thing. We have to start digging. So let's start digging first. That's the thing. We have to start digging. We have 3 nights to get this hole opened up, basically. We could drink some energy drink, but I want to keep ourselves kind of like clean and proper as well when it comes to this stuff as well. Day 10. So I think we'll do it tomorrow. I think because we're going to get tested today as well. But I think we're going to be fine for now. Or maybe I should drink it now. I should drink it now, and then we won't have that many days to go through if that's the case. You know what I mean? We won't have that many days. Yeah. You know what I mean? At least now it's saved fully. We know it's saved, and we can go back to this point at any time. We can't test anybody out right now. We just can't. There is a visitor in the house, and it's either her or it's the other lady over here. That's who it is. I wonder, should we talk to the cultists again twice like we did before? But I don't know if they're going to even last tonight, even. Oh my god, they took the little girl, and I forgot to talk to her. Oh, that's my bad, guys. On a second run, I forgot to talk to her. That's awful. So we know that if someone dies tonight, by the way, the visitor is that lady with the dead body. Oh no. Right, Mr. Perfect. One of them is dead. Wait, no, they're not all dead. One of them is dead. One of them is dead. Not all. One. Oh, Lord. So we know now if we go to sleep that someone is deadzo. The visitor was the lady. The visitor was the lady. Can I order some cigarettes? Yes, I'd actually would like to get some cigarettes, please. We're gonna dig some more. And here's the thing, like I think it's 4 nights, like, 'cause it's tonight as well. We dig tonight, we lose all our energy. We do this as well, and then reconciliation day. We're about to get to day 12 now, by the way, which means I do think that I'm gonna have to maybe smoke the cigarettes at some point. I know, like, it was day 12 last time someone died, so we have a visitor in your house as well, by the way. I'll show you who I let in as well. So it's either him. Now we have to see who died, because if she's dead, I can't believe it. She was like so sure. So it's either they do this so well, by the way, in a way that, like, now we know it's either we know it's not him. It's either him or the other guy that is a visitor, and we know we have to dig right now, so we can't test them. You know what I mean? And that's what's so scary about this. We know we have to dig. I don't know how long the cigarettes last for, but I think we should smoke them today, right? Because I think that's when... wasn't it day 12 that this happened? Or was it... It was day 12. It was day 12 when we'll smoke the cigarettes. Yeah, it was day 12 when we got, Oh, wait. Hold on a second, so we can dig and then... smoke the cigarettes because it fully restores what we have. Oh, okay. Right, I didn't realize that. And then we have the tunnels again, by the way. Okay, that's actually like good strats. That's really good strats. Because then we have the yellow teeth as well. Now we have 3 back again. So actually, if we wanted to, we could test the guy as well. Or we could clean our armpits. We could do both. We could do both. Oh my god, having to step over this poor lady as well. It never gets easier for me, by the way. It never feels easy while we do there. And we cleaned our hands for the digging as well. We have so many... Oh my god, we can definitely survive this. Oh my god. It never feels easy. So who should we test out? I think we should test out this guy because he's I feel like he's never been the... But then again, if he's never been the visitor, I think I should test out the other guy. Because what if he's like one of those guys that will... No, I don't think there's guaranteed after. I think there's a lot of random ones. I need to test you. Let's see what changed overnight. Let's see the teeth. I'm so tired of tend to forget things. Okay, so someone said that it's like if they're not, that they have to be perfect and white. And obviously, like, there's nothing, you know, people have different shapes of teeth and people have different sizes, but I think they mean like they have to be like so perfectly aligned that it's actually scary. Like it looks like a doctor put them in there. You know? Let's test one more thing anyway. The eyes. I heard somewhere that somebody... Oh, wait, yeah. He hasn't been sleeping. Of course his eyes would be red. They used to be wider now. They've gone really red. If you didn't notice, I haven't slept in a long time. Yeah, that makes sense. So why aren't my eyes red? Strange. They are red. They are very much red, buddy. Let's go down here as well, by the way. I want to still talk to the miner, right? It would be a good idea. Even though we know we can't get anywhere right now. Tomorrow... This place is... It's so scary that there's freaking tunnels under here, man. And there's a miner down here. Yeah. So I think now was when we got killed. Yeah. And by the way, I know, like, you know, some people I watch this go like, wow, it's flowing really well. Like, there's lots of stuff here as well. Like, I don't ever like making videos like I could, like, I could create like a highlight channel where we could do videos like this, where we edit the videos up and stuff, I guess, as well. But the thing is, like, for me personally, like, the reason why I like to do like constant flow commentary with like minimal edits sometimes and minimal cuts. We do cut stuff out, like, obviously, like, you know, to make things more enjoyable, but like, say if I'm stuck on something for too long or something like that. But like, I like having conversations with you guys, and I feel like if I'm just like breaking up the everything, and like, to me, like, I like talking about everything, you know, whether it be a poster or the walls. I feel like I'd never stop yapping, so I would have nothing to cut out, really. That's the problem. Wait, so what happens if we feed the cat some food? Well, we don't need to, right? We could do it tomorrow night. If we fed the cat some food now, would we survive the gunshot? I wonder. But that's okay. We have a, wait, we should still talk to this guy. I'll talk to this guy over here. We already heard the start of his talk. We heard all of that guy's talk. We'll talk to this guy anyway, just in case he isn't the visitor. Wait, another one? I didn't eat the cat food. I didn't eat the cat food. Oh, it doesn't matter? That's interesting. It happened again. Oh my god, another dream? And there's a sludge. Yeah, we saw this one before too. Wait, there's another... What? This didn't happen last time at all. That's on Tom. Look at the shadow. Look at the shadow behind him. Female officers surround the burned bodies. They document the cultist deaths. Faces frozen in terror and agony as they saw something horrible before dying. So if we're still seeing the world as it is outside, and this is a dream inside, what this means is that this house is like becoming like almost like this kind of weird prison for us as well, where we're dreaming like crazy in here too, and it's almost like self-contained. Every nearby house is in ruins. Your home is the last one standing. No one is left to shield you from the madman's ire. What happens to you next, it will happen to you. And again, that paranoia. So he's probably at the door right now, right? Yes. I'm back. Not really sure why the hell I bothered, though. If my brother hadn't been so gutless, maybe he could have kept his wife and kids safe. Now who knows where that brat is. Someone said that he should just mind his own business. I agree. How are you holding up? Same as always. I even told my brother, man, look out for your family. And what did he do? Folded like a total P-word. Now his family's either buried or fucking pieces. How do you think the world ended up in this whole mess to begin with? It's because of cowards like him. Saw our family not long ago, stocky dead, held together. Even the visitors screaming at the windows. Got his family out back door and ran off into the woods. I put down the freaks, but they never came back. Thought they were done for, but days later they found me. First one through the trees, his daughter, shotgun in hand. Eyes wild but alive. That's what I respect. Nothing like my brother. If he died sooner, his family might have made it. He's very toxic in that sense where it's like, he truly believes that it's one of those people, and I despise that so much, where it's like, you know, those people who are constantly violent, and when someone's like violent to them, they're like, ooh, very respectable. You know, it's like, oh dude, you're just like, your cycle of violence is absolutely horrific. Anyway, that's enough story time. I'm testing you. Show me that you're not one of them. So the armpits, right? Because we cleaned our armpits. Yeah. Well, God, I was sifting your pits. I'm done here. You won't see me again? Enjoy what's left. You enjoy your life. You're donezo. Never come back here again. I'm going to bed. I'm done. I'm going to bed. I survived. Hello. There's a bit of a dream world going on here. Sam, are you armed? Yeah, I've got a gun. Oh, okay, then you can take out any visitors that show up. Geez, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, turn you against anyone. It's just, I ran into some armed lunatic, watched him interrogate a guy, kept asking if he was a visitor. That's the guy, yeah. Good thing he didn't see me, too. He might have snapped my neck. And then in there, you know? One day I'll learn to kill too. You don't, dude. This is what I'm talking about, like this idea, like that how the world changes people to the point that like we're 11 days in and people are like, I'll have to learn to kill people. And I watched a zombie show. I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a really good zombie show that happens where like, and it's like they showcase a lot of stuff that happens in the world and how people are very like they change. And like it's like legitimately like within like 6 days of people like locked in one place and isolated. And, you know, knowing that there's something crazy going on, knowing that anyone could be like a monster or whatever. And it's kind of very, you know, visitors, like a good parallel there, knowing anyone could do anything like that as well. What happens to them, and like legitimately, is that they start this to change their own way of living to the point that like even like some people are like, no, like I even if they were good people like 2 days ago, they start to see the world in such a different way where like someone will suggest we should just take all the food off this person. And this person's like, no, I can't do that. It's like, no, listen to me though. In 10 days, we might not have any food. And they don't need the food. I mean, look, like, they're gonna die anyway. And like, legitimately people change their ways like that as well. And like, people, like, here's the thing, what's so interesting as well, like with stuff like this, and I have to be careful what I say, by the way, because the last video got tagged for because the game was talking about stuff pertaining to a crisis in the real world that is similar to a crisis in the real world. They tagged my video with like a thing, and I don't want that to happen again. Which is so upsetting that you can't just talk about this stuff, you know what I mean, as it relates to a parallel in the story. It's actually like so crazy how bad YouTube's AI has gone. And like, you know me, I don't complain about this stuff because I'm so grateful that I even get to do this stuff. But it's just like, man, like if my videos are getting tagged for it, and I I feel like we don't even like, you know, swear that often. It's like, okay, what can you do? You know what I mean? What can you do at this stage? But yeah, I'm saying that like there's so many parallels to like how real people act in real life, I think. One day I'll learn to kill too. Then I won't be one living in fear. They will. Why are you so fixated on killing? Yeah, it's so weird. Oh, geez, do I sound off to you? Yeah. I don't mean to come across like a maniac. It's just, back before everything went to hell, I would never hurt a fly. But now, soft people like me just don't last. Oh my god, and this is the way of the world as well, where they feel like, okay... And this is every zombie movie as well, by the way. It's the people that like are usually like super gentle that are the ones taken advantage of. I'm scared of what will happen if I don't have to fight back, you know? That's why I need to figure out it from someone who gets it. Yeah, come on in, buddy. Thank you, friend. If it's not too much to ask, after you test me, could you show me how you do it? How you can... No, I will not be doing that. I want to... Buddy, it's not easy. I'm not trying to be mean to him, but like... I think what's... Again, I hope it doesn't come across as me ever being like really awful to these people. Him being like I think every single person, including ourselves, with the way we see the world, will change in this time. And in some cases, it's something as small as someone wanting to pay rent here as well. In some cases, it's something horrible, like the way the madman was. In some cases, it's someone being like, oh, I want to kill, I want to be able to do this. In some cases, someone not being able to let go of their husband that has died in this pool over here. In some cases, it's a little girl who realizes that her parents may not be too fond of her. In some ways, it's a cab driver who gets so paranoid that he drives someone to the actual FEMA station and nearly gets caught himself. In some ways, it's like, oh, it's all these different things. How people have changed and how they react to this, right? So I'm not here to be judgmental to anyone, by the way. What I'm saying is that the fixation on death is weird, and it will make you feel strange, right? It'll make you feel very crazy, like nervous. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Does he look a little different? My vision's fading. I barely can see anything now. Has she left me? You look bad. She kept me going all this time, and now she's back. She's going to take it all back. What's the point? Who are you talking about? I don't even remember anymore. So someone who was giving him these omens? One repeats on mine. Jump, jump, jump. I don't know if it's a message meant for me or you. Jump? I'm lost. Wait, the hole? Divine my fortune again. Would you in the basement? Perhaps it'll help. 10th page. Our youth screamed out like the pyres of ruin. I don't have the strength to keep reading. I think I'll be going now. Whoa. Because remember, like, the miner was like talking about like a hole? Could it be that?
It was boiling out here, boiling, I tell you.
Oh, we talked to this guy before as well. Yeah. Yeah, because I said this before, like I'm never gonna like we will never. Let me make clear, like what I'm trying to say with that whole conversation where I'm talking about like, oh, everyone's gonna have a different reaction. That's not me trying to excuse anything, by the way. I want to make it clear, the man with the gun is bad, right? The cultist, bad, right? The dude who suggested we start sending people to FEMA, bad. There are bad people during this time. But I also think that when someone is standing in front of me and he's saying like, oh, I have to like kill, I have to do this, I'm weak and stuff like this, that is the world that has driven him to feel that way within 10 days. And you know what probably is? Before that as well, he was probably someone who like probably got bullied. He was probably someone who like was beaten up a little bit. He was probably someone that like felt like he was less than or weaker than people. And again, as we said, this kind of cataclysm has brought new feelings out in people that they never knew were there before. You know what I mean? It's totally different. It's not Mr. Perfect. Like, I think it is a product of what they were like before. So the example I would give is like, if he beforehand was beaten up, he was maybe not even beaten up. It could have been a thing where at work, people like talked down to him, or people like, you know, treated him like he was less than because he was a little bit softer or whatever. It could have been that, you know, it could have been that. And then what changed then was when the cataclysm happened, he realized, oh God, how am I going to survive this? And he saw people killing each other. He saw people killing visitors. How am I going to do this? So he then probably has this mentality of like, I need to protect myself in some way. I need to be able to learn how to protect myself. And it's gone to the point where now he's like he's so far gone that he's now talking about like talking about it in like a such a casual way, but also like as a very religious way. I want to stare in the face of death. It's so weird. Someone died tonight. Everyone I let in is gone. Oh god, breaking news. FEMA's just arrested the majority of government officials. What? The agency reports that some members of the administration were identified. What? Oh my god, FEMA's taking over. With the ministry no longer able to function, FEMA will assume the role. That is terrifying. In addition, one moment. Just in from FEMA, fugitives have broken through the citywide lockdown. We repeat, fugitives have broken through. Oh my god. Wait for instructions and stay inside. End the broadcast. That is so scary. So there's nobody in the house, by the way. There's nobody in here. Wait. Oh no, it's nobody from the night before. What are you doing in my bathtub, buddy? Oh, I thought there was nobody in here. Okay, there are people in here, but it's the people we let in last night. But no one here is a... Hello? Oh, it's you. Okay, just different angle. Oh, we're gonna learn how to kill. Oh, jeez, dude. Like, come on. As you know, I changed my mind. I checked it out. I know, I'm sorry. I just realized I wasn't ready yet. Dude, I'm not asking you to kill anybody. I'm not asking you to kill anybody. Seeing the corpse still makes you queasy. Good. Good. Not good that it makes you queasy, but you know, it's good that it still makes you feel the way. That means you're normal. I'm gonna need some time to get over that. But like the visitors heard their bodies keep moving, you know, after they die. Just like the guy in the alley. I think something about it turns my stomach. It should turn your stomach. There's no way I'm ready for it. Sorry, dude. You don't need to be ready to kill people. I'm not here to allow you to I'm not here to make you kill people. That's not what's happening here. So we only have 2 people in here, by the way, and they're not visitors, judging by the fact that no one died tonight. Let's check the radio, because again, this is a whole new day. We have never been on this day before. Wait, what day is it? Day 13. Summer's end. Oh, do you think this could be the end? Do you think this could be the end? The last day? Summer's end? Should I feed them some cat food? To see if we can survive? I think so. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay, let's check the radio. Is there anything even on the radio? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'll go pick you up. 1 second. Perfect cat, perfect cat, perfect cat, perfect cat. There we go. Just so you know you're loved. Just so you know that you are loved. There seems to be something here, right? This is 818. We didn't continue with what contain. The subject has left the city perimeter. I'm immediate backup requested. So the subject. So something they contained left? We need backup. We cannot contain the subject. There's, oh my god, what? Is it like patient 0 or something? Oh no. What is it? We're digging in the basement, by the way. Now that it's a new day, I wonder, can we just dig down here, or do we have to do something else? Back in, huh? You speaking quieter now, or is it just me going deaf from that hum? Well, spit it out. How long have you been down there? Well, speak up. I've been sitting here for 2 days, maybe 3 days. The flow of time's weird down here. No lights, no clocks. Hell if I know how many hours has gone by. You better eat something up there. You'll end up like me, starving and only a lantern for company. Have you looked yourself in the hole? Have you looked into the hole yourself? Looked, sorta. Not really, I guess. Would love to, but look, one wrong pull on the rope and it's game over. Got close back then when the boys were still here, but down there it's like staring into the abyss, true nothingness. But man, something when you stand near it. Sometimes when you stand near it, it feels like something's calling you. Try, jump. Not that I'm scared, but it pulls at you. If only I could take one more look, just a little closer. We gotta stick together, okay? Someone's gotta be ready to haul the others back up. Is there, so I thought we could dig down here, maybe not? Maybe we should try the other ways? See if we can dig elsewhere? But these are rocks, obviously we won't be able to dig into rocks, so maybe like we can't dig anymore. But there is underground tunnels. Yeah, I don't think we can dig through rock. But I thought maybe we could like pull out stuff from the hole. but it seems not. Scary thing down here, though. The fact that you can run down here. Oh! Oh my god. Jump? Jump? Do you think I should jump? Do you think I should jump? What is it? What did I fall into? What the hell? What? What have I witnessed? What am I witnessing? What in the hell is that? What did I just get? Death! What? What? If only those frozen hands could love. We're talking to death. The cultists were. If only the cultists could see this now. If only those frozen hands could love me. Could you ever manage that? Congratulations, you emerge into an odd space. A hallway stretches before you with a desk at the end. Where am I? In these sorrowful lands, everything is geared for winter. Thick walls, thick coats, thick dreams. How lovely that this long night is coming to an end. Daylight is near. Shall I keep hold of your shadow? I can see you want me to. You have no reason to fear. There's nothing left to be afraid of. The road twisted into a slippery knot, then broke apart. Am I dead? Is this the end? What does it truly mean to be dead? Maybe Sippy fell asleep. Wait, did I I just die from falling into a hole? Maybe Sippy fell asleep. We have found each other within a dream. We are alike in that way. I'm the unwanted sibling, the outcast in the family of humanity. What do I do now? Is there nothing else? Of course, the tiny kingdom has swallowed so much sleep. Where do you want to go? To those whose eyes carved marks into your heart. No, you do not want to see them. You're tired. I know where you need to go. To where motif mirrors are plentiful, set unto land of sense. What is even happening? What the hell? What have we got? What the hell? It's where you're meant to be, yet these short roads will soon stretch strangely wide. Long, dusty, and strewn with compromises. What is happening? Enjoy. Death said to us that, like, we don't want people who stare at, like, who would, like, maybe hurt us, like, because they're talking about our heart and the people who stared into our heart. We don't want to see our family. Is that it? Because remember we were estranged with our family. But why were we sent here? It's like, it's too idyllic, right? To the point that there's, like, it almost feels like barren. What did we get at here? What did we just witness? Am I dead or will be stuck here forever? Is anyone coming? Is anyone here? I'm scared. What did we just... Wait, what's happened? Loneliness and isolation. Day and night mean nothing here. Okay. I don't know how long I've been here. But now I feel calm, so very calm. It's so very still. There's nothing more to hinder you here. I hear no footsteps, no voices, I feel nothing, so it's true isolation? Oh man. I don't remember how I got here. We're just laying on the grass? I don't know how to leave. But I don't really want to. That again, I think it's the pure isolation. That's what they thought we wanted. I just hope this lasts a little longer. Do you think we're dying in this moment as well? And like in our the window looking out at us, I wonder what it all meant. Why was I allowed in? What? Will someone come for me? I wish I could meet them again. And meet them again? But that can wait. What is happening? I have a few theories, but I'm tired. I'll just rest a while. I have a few theories. That's all I have. What the hell just happened? Wild. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Did we get credits last time? I think we might have, yeah. So, the end. Oh, he's smoking a cigarette on the doorstep. My thoughts on that ending was we were told to jump by that omen, like that guy who gave us the omen to jump. I wonder if like that's what. Beautiful music. Really chilling ending music. I wonder if that's what both the pale guy, the guy with the top off meant. And if that's what oh, the music's so good. Holy F. It hits your heart so much, right? And I wonder, like, the idea of taking it into your own hands, I wonder if, like, we actually died there. And also the guy with the omen, the guy who was giving us the omen said to jump into the hole there as well, and we met death. We stared into the face of death. And death gave us what we quote-unquote wanted. Now, we haven't seen a lot of it, but in this game, we have talked about our family before. We talked about how we're estranged to our dad, and we don't talk about our family. And I wonder if it's a situation where the idea of isolation, that to the point that, like, our character's so isolated that we actually became known as the Hermit, that I wonder if there is, like, a thing where, like, that death looked at us and basically said, do you want, like, you know, what most people want would be to see their family, to meet their family again. But he was like, you don't even want that. By the way, I'm going to press continue just for now. It should be the save, right? Day 10, yes. Because we're going to try and maybe get a different ending as well. But, he was like, you know, the people who like stare into your heart, or like, you know, was it cut into your heart, stare into your heart? I was so shocked at the moment. You don't want to see them. And he sent us to this place which not only has like an isolated feeling from anybody, no one's knocking on the door, you don't hear any footsteps, nobody's here to like bother you. And they zoomed in on this photo over here as well of the loneliness and isolation, right? They kept zooming in on this photo. Intentionally so. Because I think that's what we got. That's what our ending was. It was an ending of pure isolation and loneliness. Purely. And I think that's like what's so, again, so kind of like, what that ending was that we basked in the loneliness. We laid here in the loneliness, and no one can ever like bother us or hurt us ever again. But the way he was talking at the end, our character was like, I hope I get to meet them again. I wonder if like, I have a few theories. My first theory is if we have been like seeing like this world, like we have been like seeing stuff through the eyes of a visitor. Is it possible to somehow like, because he said, why did they let me in? Did we let ourselves into a house as a visitor? Or is he saying that like the people he's talking about that he misses is the people he's met along the way? Could it be his family that he wants to meet them again? I wonder, because if he's a visitor, he's not going to think this introspectively about this. But I do think what that ending was pure isolation. It was the idea of like, no one's going to ever bother you again. You don't have to answer the door to anybody. You don't have to hear the footsteps of people anymore. He's having a cigarette just at the door, safely, by the way. So I think maybe he died and death gave him like something amazing. Which, by the way, is so shocking to have like this crazy thing with us. Like this amalgamation, this horrible, horrifying beast. But yeah, it's very interesting in that way. Yeah, I think that's what, again, I know it's like on the nose, like in that part where it's like, oh yes, it's about isolation, but I think it's like pure isolation. It's like no one would you won't have to interact with anyone ever again. To the point that we like laid in the grass and kind of like basked in like the quietness and the energy about that place. Yeah. But still, we were afraid of the loneliness as well. We were afraid of the isolation, but we still wanted it to last a little bit longer, whatever it was. It's a very interesting ending. Oh. So this time we know, by the way, she is a visitor. So let's check out some stuff on her. Yeah, we know she's a visitor. Yeah. Watch her not be a visitor now. Because you're supposed to heal. You don't suppose it's a cancer, do you? Once mama's gone, my brood will come. They'll come every last one on one of you. Yeah, they were a visitor. 100%. 100%. So what we did here right now, and I'm sorry, but like it's different this time around, obviously, but we saved this little girl. And that to me is like very good. I'm sick of all this. How did you survive? Somehow. I'd sneak into the stairwell sheds or just sleep under a tree. Hid from the heat under any roof I could find. Ate whatever I could. Oh, some greens growing in the wild or candy bar swipe from a store. Yeah, steal if you have to. What's with that look? Yeah, I stole a big... I'm not judging you whatsoever. Whatsoever. How am I supposed to survive? Nobody's gonna hire me, so whatever. No, I'm not judging you. What now? Do you think I really steal anything from you? No, I'm not judging you. What, is this some kind of interrogation? Drop it, seriously. Not at all, in any way, shape, or form am I judging you in any way. At all. At all. I can't believe you have to walk over someone's body to do this, by the way. So crazy. Should we order the cigarettes today as well again? Yeah, like I'm not gonna judge that gal at all for I'm not gonna judge that gal in any way, shape, or form for stealing. Like, life gets freaking tough. It's tough as heck. Especially, like, you know, as a kid out there in the world. Like, come on. Like seriously, like. The last thing I want to do is think like, oh my god, what a horrible thing you've done. Oh no. I guess we could like test some stuff out as well, even though we don't need to. Yeah, so we know that report was kind of maybe a bit false as well. And we're back here again. This is what I'm thinking, like, do we, like, at the very least see us at... So that little girl's gone, by the way. What? Oh my god, is there any way to stop that? Oh, this is so scary. I didn't know that the doors open like this. So the little girl is gone, by the way. The little girl is just gone. We need to let... That means we're alone. We should have kept the other girl here. We're totally alone tonight. We're on our own in this house. Apart from Mr. Perfect. Hello. Hey, what's up? Long time no see. How's life? Long time no see. Do I know you? You don't even remember me? We were... Hang on, your voice sounds different than I remember. How long ago did you start living here? Wait a second. This house has always been in my family. Nah, no way. I've never made a mistake in my life. My memory's still a steel trap, elephant style even. My buddy definitely lives here. Well, lived here. Come on, I wheeled the long ass way to get here. Won't you let me in, please? Yeah, sure, come in. That's what I'm talking about. Looks pretty spacious, mate. Want to go race? 3, 2, 1, go. So, that's maybe adds something to my theory that we could have been like a visitor here too, but again, I don't know if we would act the way we do as a visitor, right? You get what I'm saying? I don't think we would. Oh, no, another new person. Could you tell what's going on? It's so hot I can barely breathe. And people are acting all weird. Shooting and fighting each other, I don't get it. Wait, seriously, you don't know what's happening? Oh, I don't. The news freaks me out, so I just try to ignore it. The news is pretty horrible. Well, my parents watch it. One morning I woke up and they were going crazy. Said they had to leave right away. That was a whole week ago. They still haven't come back. I keep waiting, but they're just gone. I need to know the truth. Where did they go? So please tell me what's happening. Let's go. What if those visitors things killed them? Crap, why did they leave? Why didn't they just take me with them? I don't even know what to think anymore. Maybe you don't trust me either. What am I supposed to do now? Come in. I don't know if that's a good idea. What if they come back home and I'm not there? Maybe you're right. I should probably stay with you for now. We've 2 new people here already in this run. But the little girl is gone now. Oh, it's you! So we have a gal over here. And the dude over here. It says best son. Oh no, where'd they go? How's it going? I don't know, I just really want my parents to come back. They've taken care of me my whole life and I don't know what happened to them. Geez, I really hope they're okay. I can't imagine going on without them. So he's very worried about his parents, and they've clearly, like, you know, been a big deal to him. Is day 12 where we got shot? I think it is. We have to make sure we smoke the cigarettes today. And clean our armpits. Wandering free, I wish I could be. What are you looking for? I have a friend, you see. Known each other since we were kids. He had an accident. He was hired to mine something up in the mountains. I don't know what he was up to, and frankly, I don't give a shit. But then he threw his back out, couldn't move for days. He worked so hard up those mountains. That seagull mistook his back, fine, it was his ass. They mistook his ass for a nest. Sounds terrifying? Sorry about that, it's just my voices in my head. Okay. They told me a really funny joke. Okay. So I wonder, she's saying she has voices in her head, and it's probably much better that she's inside here in maybe a more secure environment than outside, honestly. Maybe the feeling of safety is probably going to be better than, you know, the erraticness of outside, possibly. We can test them, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. We're not digging this time around because of all the stuff that happened here, but yeah, like, smoke a cigarette as well. Finally, some kind of shelter. You okay? What happened to your eyes? I saw something unspeakable. I won't dare describe it. For who dwells on what the mind bursts when it breaks? It's always just in front of me, burned into the darkness. So she saw something, or they saw something that they never wanted to see again. There are no words for an ancient dread that tore through my soul. Trust me, if you'd seen it, you'd have done the same. You mean the pale man? You think a pale man is all it would take me to rip my eyes from their sockets? Oh no, there's something far worse out there. Bigger, stronger. It can't be named. The subject? It follows a scent of... Oh, is that why they're saying don't? And it's not because of reincarnation. They're saying maybe don't burn the bodies because it's attracted to it. It reaps what we've sown. That thing should never was never meant to exist. It shouldn't exist. Thank you. Maybe now I can finally get some... Please get some rest. Will it be hard to sleep without eyes to close? I don't know, but like... Maybe that's what the shadow we saw was? It's attracted to the burning building. Hell, another new person. Hello, you have a beautiful home here. It's much quieter out here in the city. Everything screams. I was hoping I might be able to impose upon you. Why didn't you stay home? I just feel truly unwell, and I'm just not talking about the gangrene, alas. Each morning I wake up a lie and wonder if I'll live to see the next. A tale mine is best swallowed one foul gulp. A city noise clings to me like sweat, the frenzy, the scramble. Man desperately chasing a chance of survival, but out here, you've made peace with what's to come. I'd like to die here slowly, quietly, truly, savor those final moments. How did you get gangrene? Fair question. For now, all I can see in his arm is kind of, yeah. For now, I should say this. I once lived with a girl I adored. She changed every day, little by little, and oh, it is beautiful. Until others came, and well, I trust you since surmised the rest. Now I stand before you alone. Come in? It's truly quieter here than any place I've been. I don't know if you see the beauty as I do, but tell me, the bodies, do you cast them away into the great night? Keep in mind when the time comes. Well, we know we can't burn the bodies anymore. We know that's a thing we cannot do or should not do. So there's a visitor in the house. And here's FEMA taking over everything, yeah. Who died? I didn't know who this would be. Who's this? Well, we can do process of elimination, right? So you're not the visitor. I know you're not the visitor. Wait, who was in that room? It was the son. So it's either that guy or the gal. Or the person with the eye. So we're going to have to test some people tonight. Yeah. Let's test the dude over here. A sonnet of silence. How's your hand? Though it beats, it is barren of feeling. No warmth remains, only a dolorous ache and spectral chill. But alas, with such a last is to be expected, for I wish to delay the most exquisite moment. There was a girl I once adored. I cherished her time. Silently sad, yet I understood her fully. Then it suddenly dawned on me. Perhaps somebody wished to believe I did, so he maybe fell in love, but like didn't truly understand her? In hope that one day we may love with a love that is more than love. Interesting. Okay, so he found one day he realized he didn't know her as well as he did. Okay, I need to test you. All the name is a long story since become the story. So we can do 3 tests here, by the way. Let's start with teeth. I remember how pearls shone in her mouth, how I cherished her smile, pure white. And mine, like fallen autumn leaves, turned to mulch in October rain. He's very poetic, isn't he? Behold the cost of love. So let's test some more. I need to test you. Let's try eyes. Even the memory of our eyes unsettles me, so forgive me. You wish to see my own. He's a visitor. To say those who weep over much see the world in deeper shades, but I have not wept in a long time. I no longer search for a face. Acceptance is truly the hardest lesson. Let's do one more test just to be sure. But I'm pretty sure if we look at the hands now. Well, no, that's not unfair. He has gangrene. Let's try a photo, maybe? I would say that's black spots, right? How don't I appear? Or rather, yeah, that's 3 out of 5, I think. But is it black spots or is black? Like, it's not black spots, but yeah, I think he's the visitor. This is horrible. It always feels bad. I'm coming to you. Oh. Oh no, I just shot. It's this person here, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no, I feel so bad. Oh my god. Can I go back, please? I thought that was 3 signs. I guess the photo wasn't a sign because it must just be black spots because that was like the black smoke behind them with... Oh no. Oh. Wandering free, I wish I could be. Is everything okay? I'm just not feeling good now. I'm waiting for my legs to grow back. The right one's already started. So I'll just stay here a while longer. Is that... I don't think that's how legs work. I meant the voices in your head. Why aren't you laughing? Come on, it was a joke. Oh, was it? Okay. I thought you'd get it right away. Guess it didn't land. She's in her own world sometimes as well, but again, it's still better to be here, I guess, than outside. But like, that I knew it was gonna feel bad because we were eventually gonna make that mistake. It was gonna happen, by the way. If it didn't happen over the course of like trying to get 3 endings, I think, or like at this point we got 4 different endings. We got two the same ending and two, and we're about to get another ending hopefully. Like, I think it would be kind of like crazy, right? Am I wrong? To not get that, oh my god. So dark. So tell me, what did you see? You don't want to know. Trust me, it's mercy not to. I kind of don't want them to repeat it if it hurts them that badly, but then again, they are a visitor. If I thought I could stop seeing it, I'd be free of that thing. But it's carved into me now. I still dream. It's always there. It visits often. By the way, we can drink our coffee now because he's not going to show up again. It's not that it's going to give us anything. Yeah, we can't get anything from it. But we have 4 anyway. That's a horrible feeling. That's a horrible, horrible feeling. I knew it was going to feel bad because I knew it was going to happen at some point. You know what I mean? Oh, we fed the cat last time on the 13th day as well, right? We did. Yeah. So let's go with sleep again. Because it says here, this is why I think it's the final day, Summer Ends Festival. Oh, we didn't check the... There's no time for this today? So it is the end. What's happening? Wait, there's no one... What? So this isn't the final night. Oh my god, Mr. Perfect. Oh my god. Can we check out this window now? Oh my god. I think I made a miscalculation. I should board him up. Things are only going to get worse from here. Yes, of course, because yes. Because of the people that have escaped and the subject, right? Nailed down. Everything's changing. It won't even tell us what day it is now. This is crazy that we're like we're actually nailing down. The world's cursed. Maybe still have a chance to survive. I don't know. Should we nail down the door as well? I love that he was like, "There's no time." What? What? Together with the so once we chose a different ending as well. Together with the survivors, you make your way down. Then it's cooler down here, but the air still feels heavy with unease. We have a visitor with us though. If you ration carefully, your food store should last for a month or two. That's not long. That's not long. You sealed the door, no one will be able to get in now. That is terrifying. You kept track of the days by marking the cellar wall. How do you even keep track of the days? I guess you have watches, I guess. Wait for the end drags on for nearly 2 months. What? The sun isn't the only threat looming overhead. Trust fades, of course. Paranoia grows sharper by the day. Small space with just like a few people. You feel the stares. Yes. Oh my god, of course. Look at the way they're doing the eyes here. Cold, calculating alien. We know there's a visitor among us, by the way. What the hell? Oh, the red eyes. The fear of death has paralyzed you. Are we trapped down here with some visitors? It's all about to end. Escape doesn't even cross your mind. There's nowhere left to run. Terror blinds you. We're trapped down here with visitors. That wasn't just humans you lent your home. Yeah, because we had a visitor. They tear you apart. Darkness floods your vision. Pain sears through your body. Oh my freaking god. We died in the cellar of the home because we let visitors in there as well. A small lonely house takes shape in your mind. You hope it will be over soon. Oh my god, as you're freaking getting ripped apart, that's so dark. It's hard to hold on to. The pain fades as you slip further away. Oh my god. Welcome me. So what happened there was, in the end, we did board up the place, but basically what they probably should have done was get rid of the visitor before we did that, which would make sense, but I was so paranoid about what was happening that I went for it. It's legitimately like the case, and it's so true that what happened here was that it's terrifying, but a visitor came down into the basement with us. And that's what killed us. It was one visitor, like, in canon, but, like, they did a visual with, like, a bunch of visitors staring at us, trying to rip us apart. I think it's very interesting how they did that visual. Like, it's if you talk about, like, a bad ending, right? A bad ending. That's that. You know what I mean? That is the definition of a bad ending to me. Like the gunshot ending. I think they even I don't think there's good endings. That's what I'm starting to realize. I don't think there's good endings. Not good in terms of writing. I mean, good in terms of we get out of this alive. What happened there was that with the paranoia of someone breaking into our house made us board up the windows. And because of that, we went into the cellar all together with some food rations. And now when the food rations were done, that's when a visitor decided to kill us in that moment. Which means to me, they like tormenting people. They like the idea of that. That's something that appeals to them. Because that is like that type of choice to choose to do that is insane. Is absolutely insane. To decide that you're going to wait until the rations are done adds a different layer of paranoia and fear. Because that is letting the person... I wonder if they like that. I wonder if they like the paranoia. It's letting people live thinking they have a chance to live while they're paranoid about who could be with them down in the basement for 2 months, and then they rip us apart. Like, that is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Honestly. I'm pretty happy with where we got to right now with the game. If I come back to it at some point and we can like get some other endings, maybe I definitely will. My thoughts overall on the game is that it's one of the best indie horror games in terms of just like making you feel super paranoid about everything. They did a really fantastic job of like, you know, making the paranoia feel so real without like making it feel forced. And I think it's so important because one of the things that like tends to happen with some games that are about like, you know, paranoia, and like indie horror games I've seen, and or you know, any horror game is that, you know, not every horror game gets it right, you know? One of the things, and there's a horror game specifically, it was a AAA horror game I've seen before, where I remember playing it, and I remember I got to like the 12-hour mark, and I specifically was like, okay, I remember like legit feeling like, okay, I'm no longer paranoid, I'm just kind of like annoyed, you know? Because it was like this thing where it's like, oh, like, it goes from like, oh, where is the killer? Where is this? Who's gonna, where are they gonna come out of? To like, oh, they're there again. You know what I mean? And I feel like what they did so well in this game is making it randomized and making like, you know, the feeling of a lack of trust really permeates this entire game to the point that like, you know, at one point, you know, you're staring at like a little girl basically and being like, are you going to kill me? You know, you're looking at this guy who looks like an old sweet doctor, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, you're looking at like characters who like would usually be like very sweet characters, and you're like, are you going to do something to me? What are you going to do? And like, again, and I think they do a good job as well by making all the personalities so wild as well, in some cases, because that means that like, it's not a matter of just like, oh, look at this sweet person who's so sweet and kind, and there's, you know, there's nothing out of the ordinary. No, everyone's dealing with so many problems and so many different personality stuff they have, and like, and they, you know, some people have like their own paranoia and their own worries, their own faith, their own beliefs, their own, with the way they speak. It's all different. Everyone's so unique that like you can't really just be like, well, this person's a sweetheart. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna, you know, protect them. It's like, no, everyone has like their own hangups, and everyone's like a little bit strange in their own way in this game. I think it's like a really important thing to remember. In terms of like the endings we got the ending of Pure Isolation. We talked about that already. And then the other ending we got was like, it just felt like it was a suffering ending. It just felt like, you know, this is what our paranoia about boarding up the windows led to our led to this paranoia about, how do I say it? Like, our paranoia about boarding up the windows led to us then being paranoid in the basement, which then led to us being killed anyway. Now, there's a chance, again, if you didn't have a visitor on there, I'm assuming that what would happen is that, like, you would just die anyway, but you die paranoid. I think there's a lot of suffering in this game when it comes to that, too. My theories about this game is that, and here's where I am with this game. I think that the visitors could be a reincarnation, but I think it's probably more likely as well that there's some sort of test subject or some sort of like patient zero visitor that has infected everyone, like a bioweapon of some kind, and that thing is attracted to the burning bodies, and they've been burning the bodies unwillingly and unknowingly to the point that it's been attracting more of them around the place. So whenever there's like, so it's like almost like this cycle where like people suffer, people die, and then more suffering comes after them because they're attracted to that suffering. And I don't know if it's that black shade we saw tonight. I don't think it's the Pale Man. We didn't actually encounter the Pale Man after everything that happened. So I wonder if that's like different ending altogether as well. But I do think there is like some stuff there where like, you know, that injection of the Pale Man into this game, and the guy with his top off, the visitor showing up to the door. I think they are what we kind of surmise that they could be one and the same, right? That they could be, they're like the same, because he's like wears, like, it's like skin not fitting his body, so he's like wearing someone else's skin. I think that's what we kind of surmised, for a second at least there. But I'm wondering if like, like if he was there just to, he said he was just following orders. So I wonder if he was there just to scare us, or if he actually was. I think he would have like come in if we didn't have anyone with us. And I wonder if there's one of those things where like one night we have to figure if like we were just like see what happens when we're just alone. But yeah, he also like kind of is this representation of like how scary the visitors can be as well. Yeah, so my theory is that, yeah, that's what's happening, that if you burn the bodies, this kind of like patient zero or whatever, the subject is attracted to the burning bodies. But the visitors themselves seem to be, like, again, I don't know if the idea of reincarnation is exactly that, but it seems to be like maybe they do come from like the bodies of someone else. Maybe they do come from like because they seem like when you kill them, the spirits fly around the place and stuff like as well. So I wonder if it is like wandering spirits. I wonder if it is like they can join in with the body that's dead. I wonder if they can do this as well. I'm not sure. But as well, also the girl in the wheelchair said, "I remember you, whatever. You're not the person that you were there before." And then also at the same time too, we were talking about letting ourselves in. So that's why I lean towards like, are we like actually a visitor who like took over this house too? But then also we do talk about our family, and also at the same time we're actually like, you know, very happy to be alone at some points too, and would be happy to be alone. If we were truly a visitor, I think it'd be one of those situations where like we would be so happy people were coming into the house as well, right? So we could actually like cause more suffering for them also at the same time too. But yeah, that's where I'm at kind of like with the story. I think it is a story about a cataclysm that did happen, right? But also this because of a bioweapon. The bioweapon created this like subject that is attracted to the burning bodies. It's kind of like, and it's infected other people as well, and somehow it like transfers from like they can transfer into different people, or at least like become different people. So you wouldn't know if your own, you know, family was them. You wouldn't know who it was, who you're letting in. That would be this person, could be a visitor. And if you shoot them, it seems that, to me anyway, I'm guessing like it seems like the spirits do travel elsewhere. But I wonder if you burn the bodies, then is it a situation where like they are able to like reincarnate instead or something? I don't know. It's interesting. We don't know for sure what's happening there. Overall, with this story in this game, I am like still obviously confused and stuff there. We met death. We like the death stared us in the face and gave us what we wanted. And in that moment, it was this like pure isolation, which was very, very sad. There's a tunnels down below with the miter. We met so many different interesting characters. But I'm really amazed by this game. I think the paranoia in this game, and also I think it's cool as well that I've gotten like 3 endings and I still don't really understand everything. I think it's also like encourages you to play more in a lot of ways too. We're probably gonna be moving on to a different game for now. And we can come back from No, I'm Not a Human very soon as well. But I think so far, I've just like think this is a really incredible game. We can come back to it like if there is like people who want me to see like at least some other endings, we can try that out. It'll probably take a while though because there is like so much I do want to play. But for now, I can say this was really incredible. I think they did the paranoia so well. I think they drip feed the story so well. I think it's cool that not everyone's a reliable narrator, so you can't really understand like fully what the story is from everyone's perspective all the time. But all of that I think is still done very well. I think it's cool that like when you're talking to an individual, you don't know if what they're saying is a fact or if it's the truth. You don't know if reincarnation is the thing that's happening. You don't know if like the burning bodies is the thing that could be happening. You don't know like what's happening on the outside because again, the whole game is about a perspective of someone who's isolated themselves, who's only learning about the outside world through the windows, other people's stories, and the news. And none of it is really... The only thing that's truly trustworthy is seeing stuff with our own eyes, and that's the windows. But even at that, we're only getting like a small view of things. Because we have people coming into our house like talking to us about like everything, and we don't know if that's the truth, if that's lies. We don't know what that is. So I think it's really interesting how they tell the story that way, and I really, really enjoy it in that sense too. It is a scary game. I think over time, I think it doesn't lose its scares because of the randomness, and I think also because like you don't know what's going to happen on any given day. There's still so many reveals you probably haven't seen yet, but I'm still very, very interested in this game. I think it's amazing. Love the visual design as well. The music is so atmospheric and beautiful at the same time too. Some of my favorite guests that we had in our house were probably the stoner guy, just because he was so funny at times. And I would say that like him, and like in terms of a story, the woman with the body was like so heartbreaking, and she was such an interesting character. And the joke guy who's always like waiting for a laugh track, he's pretty funny too. But yeah, they're all like interesting characters that you'd love to talk to, you know. Thank you so much for watching the series, and thank you so much for supporting me. I want to say thank you so much to Ty for R2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghosty Nizuma, Felicious Felix, Yuld, Radish Adusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasperian, Jared Beanham, and the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Glasgow, and Lucinagi. I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.